Alright, so welcome back. This is part 3 of my multiple part series of the tank game. So now I actually got the tank game to work, so I'm going to show you what happens. So let me run it real quick. So I have a tank. You can steer it, push it forward, and control the cannon. Now to steer it, use the right and left keypad. And then to also go straight, you use the directional, the up or down. Then to control the turret, you used A to go left, D to go right, and W to fire. Soon fire will work. So you can just drive it around, spin the turret. The background's kind of bland. Eventually I'm going to probably draw a background for next video. Anyways, that's a tank, so it also works, which is great. I'm glad I got it working. It was because the last file I realized that Tank Body is saved as PNG. I accidentally did that as a JPEG, while Tank Turret was saved as a JPEG, and I saved that as opened it as a PNG, so obviously it wouldn't recognize the file because it didn't exist. Now going back to the tank to show how it works, so here's the initializer, so turret angle set to a float, actually loading the tank, setting the color key white so the box in the background is white, because right here, if I click on it, it shows that it's white, and you have to make it a perfect square. So to do that, use this editor, because later on I'll explain why. So I'll set that as a perfect square. Same with the turret. Let's quit that. Go back to main loop. Alright, so first I set a function self.speed to 0. Its initial position where it's going to start 300, 400. Its angle at 0, which is going to be how it turns on one axis in the middle. And then now here's what it gets to turn. So first, set the angle to equal 0. Make a pivot point at 0.25. Then set the angle to radians, then we call it angle rad, and then for pivot, we'll just do math, so it turns for the x coordinates and it gets the y coordinates for 0.0, which is obviously in the list is the x coordinate, and that's the y coordinate. So that's what it's sine, and that's why it's cosine. Now to render it, I load the tank, so just call it blitz, self position twice, and then to update it, to make it turn, I first call upon self.angle underscore rad, and then once again convert it to radians, self.angle, call upon the tank. Now rot center was this one function I looked up online under Pygame, and let me go to it right here, and this makes it so the center of the actual thing is now the actual 0 point of the tank icon is in the exact center, unlike for most things it'll be in the top left corner of it. So this makes it a little bit easier to rotate. And then let's go back up to the main thing, second angle self position. So just doing this fun math, player speed increases, which is 0, and then you have to multiply -1, and then that is when I click the button under the main while loop right here. So key right, player angle, you increase it by -2, key left, +2, and then to make it go up and down, -2 is down, obviously, and then up is 2. And then for the turret, gun angle, it's 4, so it's going to go 4 over to the left when you click A, 4 to the right when you click D. Now to do that, it was very similar to the tank thing, except instead of the body, which is using this right here to turn, I just set up the turret to do it itself. So that's the bullet icon, which is going to work. Oh, that was a turret function right here. So yeah, there's a turret function to make it work. So that's basically what's going on. I mean, honestly, if I want, I can make the color a little bit better. I mean, white is a little boring. But to do that, I have to change the color key, because right now, if I change it, for instance, I don't know, blue is a good color. It's white. But it still works. I probably have to recenter the turret a little bit, because if you notice there's a small hole. So let's just go back to white, because that's what it's meant for. So that's so far what I've got done. So I'm glad I actually got a working tank now. Just the fun part's going to make it shoot. And then there's just going to be random kamikaze rectangles that try smashing you, and then I'm going to use collision factors, so when you shoot it, the bullet comes out of the tip right here, hits the rectangle, blows it up, but if a rectangle hits you, you die, game over. Very simple, nothing crazy, and yep, that's it.